Welcome. Thank you for the opportunity to introduce myself and talk about my app. You almost never make something wonderful on your own. You usually need a team. And here I'd like to introduce you to me, Lorraine Hemingway, my team members Jenna, Ken, Matt, May, and Josh. We worked together in a little under a week to make this app. We laughed, we cried, we disagreed. Sometimes we wanted to throw our laptops out the window, but at the end of it all, we made something that we're very proud of. On the wall behind us is a quote from Teddy Roosevelt, and here's a clearer view of it in case you would like to read it. So this is our app. It's called Bootup, and it's where DVC grads, known as Boots, can exchange information about job interviews they've had. You log in using LinkedIn. And then the feature I worked on is the search. You can put in a company, click the search. It looks like there were 2 interviews with Autodesk, and then it gives you further information. Let's look at the code behind the search feature. So to make a component in React, these are some of the things that you do. This component is called SearchBox. And first you import the React library. Then you import the Axios library. Axios is what allows us to make an AJAX call. Here we've also imported another component called search results, and we've imported a CSS element, the yellow power button, which is this. Next we need to create the SearchBox class for the component, and with the ES6 upgrade, we extend the React component class instead of creating a class. Also, because we have a constructor in this class, we need to add super. This allows the attributes from the parent class to pass to this class. The next, which is maybe the most critical part about React, is the state. So you set up the state of this. And here we set up 2 objects. First is the search term, which is an empty string, and then search results, which is an empty array. Every time the state of this changes, React updates its virtual DOM. And so we want to make sure that this is defined properly when we update it. And this is why we bind this for the functions that we've written. We don't want to invoke the functions immediately because this hasn't changed yet, or it might be empty, undefined. We want to invoke them when the change happens. So that's why we bind them. All right, let's take a look at our functions. The first one is handle change, and this sets the state of the search term using event target value. The next function is handle submit with its event prevent default, which is the automatic refreshing of the page. It sets a constant of result, which is equal to this, and then we console log this state search term to make sure that it is what we think it is. And so the search term is Autodesk. And if we look down here in the console, it is indeed Autodesk, so we're on the right track. Now let's look at the Axios call. This is what gave me the most difficulty. I kept getting an error. It was a response to pre-flight request error, and I got it over and over again. I spoke with a lot of other developers. I downloaded a rack cores gem, which did work its way around it. But later I learned that what I had was I prepended the string with the local host, and it wasn't necessary for me to do that, and that's what caused a lot of the problems. Okay, let's see if we had a promise returned from our call. We look in the then to see what comes back, and we have console log the response data on line 38. So if we look down here, we can see that we do get a name in response. So that worked. If it didn't work, the catch would give us an error. The final part of this component is the render, and this is the user interface. I just also like to let you know that the backend was Ruby on Rails, and I used Gem PG Search, which works with Active Record and PostgreSQL. And that is our app. Thank you so much for your attention. Have a great day.